What's going on, y'all? What's going
Hey,
on? Y'all come on in.
what's going on?
What's going on, sister?
Haven't seen you in like a minute. You've been booked and busy, child.
You know, I'm trying, I'm
How's the
trying.
relationship going?
It's going good. It's
I know Sierra gave you that little prayer, huh? Child.
it worked, girl. It worked. That's all I'm gonna say. That it worked. I'm gonna keep on praying that prayer
Okay.
and letting it go through. Let it
Thinking
go
positive,
through.
thinking positive.
Yes, indeed. Why is Keon and Craig live at the same time? What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
So, y'all, I have on here tonight a very special, aggravating, close, dear friend of mine named Ty.
I'm her brother. Don't get the friend mixed up, confused. We're family. We're family.
We are family.
We're family.
We family. We family. You get on my
Click
goddamn.
tight. Click
You get on my goddamn nerves, but
tight.
we
Child.
we
Mm.
family. We family. What's going on, Twan? What's up, Cam? Hey, Autumn. Hey, Boo. What's going on, Queen?
Hey, Mercer.
What's
Hello,
going on,
everybody.
Mercer? Tony? This is Ty.
Hey, how are you? Sorry, I keep wiping my eyes. My
Hey,
eyes is like
hey,
so.
why you on? Hey, Keon, why is Craig going live tonight? We're here. Yes, we're a family, baby. Click tight. Click tight. So,
Alright.
y'all, tonight is definitely special. Tonight we're going to be talking about mental illness, surviving depression, and just how you overcome your obstacle on what you've been through in life. Um, I have also a special guest that's coming on as well. She's a young lady that reached out to me once she seen that I was posting it, and she told me that she was a part of a domestic violence relationship, and that she suffered from PTSD now. And she was saying how when she meets people, it's a very people be so surprised that what she been through and how she keep a positive attitude and
Mm.
just stay in a positive light and just continue on living life and not letting what she been through deter her and everything. So I'm going to get ready and bring her on. She is a very, very, very nice young lady. So I'm going to bring her on and I'm going to let her introduce herself as well. So I'm going to come out and I'm going to give her the floor, okay?
Hi everyone. Uh, how are you doing tonight? Well, this evening, because it's like 9 o'clock y'all time, but it's 8 o'clock here in Chicago. Well, I'm a domestic violence survivor. I was molested when I was younger, from like 10 to 15. And that it was more so a mental thing. He never physically touched me. Now, if I would have been physically touched, who knows where I would be mentally. But he promised me things. Sometimes people don't necessarily have to touch kids when they molesting them or when they're grooming them. That's the proper term for it, grooming them into who they want them to be, and them being able to give them what they want. So it was my mother's boyfriend at the time, and he would always promise that he would marry my mama and shit like that, those false ass promises. And a part of me feel like maybe my mama knew, maybe slightly she knew, because it was like tall tale signs and little things that he would do, shit that was weird. Like one year for Christmas, he bought me a big ass box full of shit. I mean, like box full of shit. He got her a coffee mug, which is real fucked up. And he tried to work the angle. I think he lied and told her that every year he was gonna do it for each kid individually type shit. And I don't even think he did shit for anybody the next year following up after that. As far as like how it affected me at certain points, like through my teenage years, I was lost, like looking for a father figure type shit and wanting attention from maybe not the best of people, you know, and was getting attention from like older males, probably pedophiles, because I stayed by like the fucking projects and shit. And most of them niggas was way too grown to be on me and my homie ass, and we was both in like seventh, eighth grade. You get what I'm saying? Shit like that is fucked up, but how can I explain it? It don't go away. With those situations, you still dream about that shit. You still think about that shit. It drags you down. I wanted to kill myself, attempted to kill myself, spiraled out of control as a teenager, trying to find my path and where I belong because I felt worthless and lost. And we're feeling that worthlessness. Like a motherfucker can tell you, "Oh, you pretty" all day long, but if you don't feel like you pretty in here, it don't mean shit. It don't mean shit. Don't mean shit at all. Because what Kanye said, the prettiest people do the ugliest things. And that's not even on top of like things that these celebrities doing to these children that leave that and these are children that are missing. You got to keep that in mind too. It's a lot of children go missing every year. And these celebrities who are pedophiles, which is why that Jeffrey Epstein shit, that shit happened. Snatching up these people, kids, taking them away, or even in the R. Kelly case with them two girls. Them parents pretty much gave their daughters to him. Your children are minor. They can't consent to no shit like that. Like they serve their kids up on a silver platter for money. I done seen stories where people done gave their kids to the drug dealers for drugs. Like just gave their kids something they carry, a life that they brought into this world. And you have days where you wake up and you like, man, I can't do this shit. I can't do this shit. I'm tired of the world. I'm tired of you hateful, vengeful, evil, ignorant people who hurt people because people have hurt you and you don't even know how to process the hurt that you've endured. So you feel like that's the best outlet is to take it out on the next person who can't protect themselves instead of protecting those children and trying to keep them close. I've experienced things like even with I've been raped before. I never got to lose my virginity. I was I was raped. I was 11 or whatever. And even with that, everybody talk about how special like it's supposed to be and shit. I ain't get that. It was took. Did it stop me from being kind? Nah. Did it stop me from openly loving people? No.
And not to cut you off, but I'm just sitting up here listening to your story and just listening to how you just sit up here and just say these things. And I'm gonna be honest, you sound so strong. Like you sound strong just to be able to just sit up here and just let the world know, hey, this is what I've been through. People are going through this. This is no game. This is real. Definitely is like you said. Celebrities go through it. The kids, just different things. People that's close to you that you would never know that these people are hiding these things or that they've been through this, and it's just sad. And like I said, I really commend you because we need more positive people out here like yourself to just be a voice to say, hey, this is this is what it is. This is what it's gonna be. You gotta protect yourself because We
Yeah,
living in
because
the
the
real world.
monsters in them storybooks, hold on, the monsters in them storybooks ain't real. The monsters is humans. You
Yeah,
gotta we sit up and teach kids about, oh, don't worry, it's a monster under your bed, it's a monster in the closet. No, that monster could be your teacher, that monster could be that bus driver you see every day, that monster could be your mentor.
you're right. And sometimes I feel like you said, the bus driver, or people that's close to you. Sometimes kids get afraid, or you have those people saying, "Hey, you better not say nothing," or if you say something, you're gonna get in trouble, or just all these different things. And these kids are hiding it. They're hiding. Then you also mentioned about drugs, parents they're with drugs and everything. This stuff is real, and you don't have those people out here, like I said, like yourself, to be a voice, you know
Like
but
my mom wasn't a drug addict, she didn't drink, you get what I'm saying, she didn't do none of that, she was a hardworking single mother.
mhm.
But you got to factor in, like, even with the single moms, most
Yes,
women
single
just
moms,
trying to
you're
have
right.
a man just to say they got a man.
Yeah,
They not learning that man. They don't know that man. They just want to have the title of saying, "Oh, I got a man." They just want to do it for the gram, snap, Facebook, all of that. Not
yeah,
thinking about their kids and how that affects them.
yeah, yeah. And um I'm glad my mother wasn't the mother to just kind of let me go spend the night to people's house, or just send me off anywhere. If my mom was the type of mom, she was just like, even to my dad, just, hey, I need to talk to their parents. You may can't go over there, but they probably can come over here. I got to be your protector. You have these people go out to their cousin house, their best friend house,
Hmm.
and you don't know who at their house. You don't know.
Sometimes it's an uncle. Sometimes
Yeah, the uncle.
it's the grandpa. You never
Yeah,
know. Sometimes it's a cousin.
yeah,
It don't, and then that's just the tip of the iceberg, because motherfuckers not trying to have the conversation about the pedophiles in the family who touching the kids in the family. They're not
right.
trying to have that talk, because
Yeah,
there's a lot of those out there too.
and I think a lot of time in us, we are
Mm-hmm.
afraid to have these conversations. We are afraid to say, I remember growing up, it was like, hey, don't let nobody touch your little cuckoo, don't let nobody touch your wee wee,
Mm-hmm.
things in that nature. But then, you got to think about all the kids who, when their parents telling them that, you have other people out there saying, well, if you do say something, you're gonna get in trouble. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
a contradiction. It's going back and forth with, hey, don't say this and then do say it. You know what I'm saying? So that definitely caused depression. That definitely
Confusion.
confusion, mess up your mental state of mind, and it's sad. It's
Yeah,
sad.
it'll make you lose your path. And what you have to remember, like, solely to remember, is
Yeah,
just, some days ain't gonna be good days. Not all days are good days. Some days you gonna wake up and you're like, why am I here? Other days you gonna wake up and you're like, man, maybe I can get out the bed today.
yeah. And to Autumn said you have to pay attention to your kids and not bring everyone around your kids. Your job as a parent is to protect your babies.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. I agree with you, Autumn. I definitely agree with you. I agree with you as well. Um, any feedback that you got? Because
I
I'm
mean,
bringing you on
honestly,
next.
I mean, just hearing your story, it's most definitely a heartfelt moment. Because I've never been in that situation, but I feel for you, and just for you to remain positive, that's the best feeling ever. And then for you to actually be able to be yourself now, and not let the past dwell on your future, that's the best thing ever. So honestly, I mean, just continue sharing your story. Like you have a dude. You can write a book.
I'm writing a book.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Yes, I am. I started it a few weeks ago. It's gonna have, like, maybe it's gonna take some stuff from my life, because I've
Mm,
had one hell of a life. Like, if you
yeah.
could believe it, what, just a year and a half ago, some girl walked into the office of the call center I worked at AT&T, and said that I was gonna blow up the building. I think her name was Shavita Curry, or at least
Mm,
that's what the people who told me that was her name or whatever. and told them I was gonna blow up the building. I got fired from my job. I was unlawfully laid
You'll
off for
most definitely let
79
me
days.
like, yeah, keep me posted. I will most definitely love to buy a copy and most definitely share it around with my friends because we are so into stuff like this
Because
Yeah.
it's
and we
gonna
most
be
definitely
raunchy, it's gonna be
support black
heartfelt, it's
businesses.
gonna have a little bit of everything to where, it might make you want to laugh at one point and cry at the
Make you want to
next.
cry.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be real life, real
Yeah.
life, no
Yeah.
Real
lies,
Yeah.
story.
just
It's
real
gonna be
life.
life, no
Yeah.
lies. Cause I feel like everybody should try and put more positivity out there. I legit drive my car sometimes, and if I
Yeah.
see a woman in a real nice dress, but she look like she having a bad day, I tell her she look good. If I see a man and he like he just got landing looking fresh, baby, your landing look real nice today. Why? Because that one compliment could bring so much joy to a person and stop them from hurting themselves, and people don't even know that.
Right, right. That, and like I said, I appreciate you coming on just to say, hey, I am a voice. I have been through it. This is what I survived. This is what I go through daily. This is me. So I appreciate you coming on. I'll definitely write you back and everything. You can
Yes.
still stay in the queue. I may bring you back on in a few.
Yeah, I most definitely need your contact information because I most definitely want to get that book as soon as possible.
All right, thank you.
Thank
You're
you so much.
welcome.
I commend people like that. I commend strong black women just to have like a voice. Like it's so many people that's scared. It's not only women, it's males that go through it. It's males that's been molested, it's males that's been, suffering from mental illness, depression, and there's a lot of that in our community. Because
Exactly.
because I feel like our community definitely struggle with coming out
Yeah,
or
the character of who they are as a
who they are
person.
as a
Yeah,
person, and just like the different stories that people would hear, and they would say, well, I can't do that, or
yeah.
that's not what I want to be at the moment,
Or
or
that's not who I want to be right now.
yeah.
Like, yeah. So it's most definitely a well earned topic.
Yeah. Right, Autumn say, I always say, tell your story, don't be ashamed. You never know who you may be helping. Correct. You don't know who you can be helping because we all go through something similar, or we all go through the same thing. And it's just like, okay, these people or this person that I may say, I'm not telling my true story. I may be hindering somebody. I may be just not helping. Like, if once I tell my story, once I come out or come forward, and that's to anybody, you can be saving somebody from suicide tonight.
Exactly.
You can be saving somebody from just killing someone. You can be saving somebody and helping somebody through so much. And it's really sad that we go through this. So back to you. I want to say thank you, for just coming
No, I
because
appreciate you inviting
you
me.
have a story as well.
Mhm.
I wish I could have got your video to be on here to
If
actually
not, I
play.
mean, I will most definitely give a link or you can post a link in
Yeah, I'll post the link in the bio. Also, for those who are listening and watching, if you want to come on, I'm gonna post the link in the comment box right now. If you want to come on, if you want to say, hey, this is my story, I want to come help someone as well, definitely join in. Make sure you put your name in the at the bottom of the box so I can make sure I introduce you properly. Um, and I feel like this is a conversation that needs to be had. Like it definitely needs to be had.
especially on this Monday morning. I mean, this Monday afternoon.
Well, we at night, bitch.
Okay.
I don't know what time zone you in. You need to come back on.
I'm
You need to come back
tired.
to the East Coast.
I had a long vacation.
Look, welcome back. But for those who just tuned in, this is Ty. Ty's like a little annoying brother to me. He definitely get on my nerve, but we definitely click, and we're definitely we have a strong bond.
It's most definitely a family thing. Like we all we're a clique, but we're family. It's 11 of us, so it's most definitely I mean, it's been a rough. We have our moments. Had to block you a couple times, but
Girl, you erased my number, but that's okay.
But
That's okay.
I added you
You
back.
got you got it. I got it back. I got it back.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I'm gonna let you tell your story. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself. And just say, hey, this is what I've been through. This is my story. This is where I started from as a child, coming up to now. I feel like your story is gonna help people that is definitely watching. We have people that are older, we have people that are younger, and I feel like you, as a young male, can definitely help with your story.
Um, as you guys know, I'm Ty. Um, well, I'm from Ohio, Columbus, Ohio to be exact. I moved down to Atlanta in 2014 after I graduated high school. When I was younger, probably like around middle schoolish, elementary-ish, I was always bullied and cyberbullied. So I didn't have like the family or anything because my mom was, addicted to drugs. Currently, she still is. I mean, that's like the hardest part is really just being older and being away from my mom,
Mhm.
because I can't help her as much as I want to. And then at that, like my dad is not a positive force, so I
Mhm.
think it's more so me trying to have and develop a relationship with my father that
Mhm.
I've always wanted. So it's like I will always take up for him, be there when he needed. All his other kids would be there, but he always treat me like the loner, like the like
The
I'm not his.
stepchild.
Yeah, like his other kids he treated with respect. Me, he just treated like a normal dude and just stepped all over me.
Mhm.
But just the whole situation that kind of took everything away because of course you're supposed to have a father figure. You're supposed to
Mhm.
have somebody that's supposed to love you, supposed to be there for you, cherish you and everything. And I think that was the most hardest part because it's like when I love hard. And it's
Mhm.
like I love my father with everything in me and I would do anything to cherish that relationship. But when a relationship isn't healthy, then you have to let go of that. And that's what I had to do. I had to blossom from that, especially with being bullied in high school and being bullied in middle school and everything, and not having that father be there to have that conversation like, okay, hey, let's do this, son. Let's, go out for, not a drink or, let's go out to eat. Let's go to football games, whatever the case may be.
Mhm.
Like a lot of people may say you're gay because you never had a father, but that's never the case. Like a lot of people just go through situations to where they don't know who they are or they're not knowing exactly what they want to be.
Mhm.
And I think that's my whole purpose of not my situation of me being where I am today,
Mhm.
but I think I've literally grown into to be a better person, honestly. The bullying, it lasted for up until my 11th grade year. Like once I became a senior in high school, it literally was like it died. Like it just stopped like out of nowhere. Maybe because I was like the biggest, like we was the oldest class now,
Mhm.
but like throughout that time, I had the Boys and Girls Club. That was my only outlet. The Boys and Girls Club was always helping me out with my schoolwork, um, helping me out just trying to figure out life, trying to go to college, like all this other stuff. So I really, I always back up the Boys and Girls Club throughout everything in me because they've always been there. Like my mom's, depression with her stuff. So I'm
Mhm.
not trying to cry or get emotional.
That's fine. Look, on here, this is
But
real life. This is we cry, we laugh, we talk shit.
yeah, and
It's you're definitely helping somebody. I tell everybody, just being around me, and I mean, you know me as well. I'm not judgmental, and I'm pretty sure people that are watching is not judgmental as well. But it's touching. It's a touchy subject to just talk about it. And like I said, it's definitely a conversation that is just thrown under the rocks. It's not anything that someone that want to be talked about. So people definitely, I go through stuff. You go through stuff. People are watching go through stuff. I feel like it's definitely not only just depression, just to help with your mental state of mind
yeah,
daily.
and throughout all of this, you know, I literally I've just got out of a mentally abusive relationship.
Mhm.
So that was like the hardest for me because I'm new to Atlanta. So, I don't really know about the love life or how everybody is. I'm just the guy with a pure heart. Like I love anybody that loves me or I give people the same energy that they give me.
Mhm.
And I think just me jumping into that relationship and me losing my virginity at the age that I did,
Mhm.
I think that was like the most hardest part because it's like I love the person that didn't even love me.
Mhm.
And I think that I chose a person that wanted to be, single and do whatever they wanted to do, but didn't really want to be committed.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when a person is telling you they love you and whatever the case may be, they're just trying to get whatever you're given, which is out of your pockets.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, that relationship kind of messed me up mentally and physically because I not only gave you my all, but I literally like I vouched for you. I did everything for you. Um, I literally gave this guy everything. I think that was the hardest part because, just me as a person, I'm I'm not gonna say I'm everything that that a person needs or wants, but I know for a fact how I am. It's just I'm a guy with a pure heart, and everybody would love to be around that.
And you're genuine, yeah.
Yeah, and I just think that relationship really messed me up. Like it took me a minute to heal. It took me a minute to heal, honestly, because I had to find myself. Especially when a guy is telling you like you're not gonna, be anything without them. You can't do this without them, et cetera, et cetera. Like it's a lot that you deal with, and it's like I was most definitely suicidal.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to learn, and I had
Rio
to think
say
to
he can
myself.
relate. He can relate with what you're saying and going through right now. And to piggyback, to piggyback and coming off of what you said, you I feel that by you being so young, you're young, what you 23,
I'm 24.
24? You're 24 years old. You lost your virginity to an older guy.
Well, we was the same age
At the time. Okay, y'all
yeah,
same
we
age.
the same age.
Okay, but you have these people who know how to manipulate your mind, and it's for anything. You got people that manipulate your mind. You got people who learn you, study you to actually just dictate on what you're doing. You have these people that wants to be, I would say, your dad instead of your partner or your lover or your your significant other. It's a difference when trying to help and teach and tweak somebody into learn or critique them, you know what I'm saying? Versus, okay, now I got your mind, I got your heart, I got your mind. And it messes with you, like you said, mentally, it physically, you the gave all and you don't got nothing in return. And then on top of that, what you just said, growing up with your mom on drugs,
Yeah, and it's like I mean, it's still it's. I mean, she's still going through, it, and it's like I'm getting older to where it's like what decision do I make? Do I make my career decision, or do I make a decision to help her out and just move back in with her to try to get her clean?
mm-hmm.
So it's like it's just it's really hard, like because it's like you don't really like want to choose between like you want to choose for yourself because you want to live for yourself, and that's kind of crazy now because I'm honestly, I think I'm in the best stage in my life now. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm literally in a happy place. Like
Okay.
I literally wasn't. I was living for other people,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's what hindered me from doing a lot of stuff. And now that I'm able to live on my own and do what I love, being around my friends, I think that's like literally like the best feeling, just being able to explore and just be happy with life and just live for you. And I think that's what
So when you
brings me
went to the
through.
Boys and Girls Club, I heard you mention, you said, I went to the Boys and Girls Club.
Right.
They taught you what exactly? What did you actually get from the Boys and Girls Club?
I mean, they taught me a lot. Like the Boys and Girls Club teaches you everything, from your education, getting good grades, sending you off to college, giving you scholarships,
Mm-hmm.
just basically being around different kids, and also, just different people in your facility, the whites, blacks, Hispanics, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
They just taught me how to become a leader, become positive, and to also to help younger members out. That's was my whole goal. Once I made Youth of the Year, I won Youth of the Year in 2014 for Columbus, Ohio,
Mm-hmm.
and me going into competition with different people that had the same story but similar, it was most definitely hard because I was very, I was a very nervous guy. Just
Mm-hmm.
going into, share my story with being called faggots, the whole, whole outdoors, like,
Mm-hmm.
that really took a toll on me.
Okay.
But when I won, my goal was to help other younger members.
Mm-hmm.
That's really my goal today is to continue to share my story to where people know exactly what's going on in my life. But then again, know that they're not alone and that I dealt with it, and I know that you can deal with. If you dealt with it, you can overcome it,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't have to take a suicide route or going to trying to go to jail because you want to, harm them or anything.
Right.
Like you can most definitely like read a Bible, write down your thoughts, talk to other people that's been in the situation, or go to classes that that have that type of education for you.
Mhm.
And honestly, that's what they gave me. Like they gave me that outlet to go to college, to go ahead and live my life, to go ahead and live my dreams, to be the bigger person, to help younger members out that's been in my situation.
Mhm.
And I think that's what I want to continue to do is help younger members that's been in the same place as me.
So we have a question from Tony Smith. Tony Smith, Smith says, Ty, is it fair to say that you were looking for love and acceptance from this person that you didn't get from your parents?
That's most definitely a great question. Um, I think I think honestly, I look for love in a person because I want them to fill that void that my dad didn't give me.
Mhm.
Because it's most definitely a void there. Um, I guess I want them to fill that void to make me feel loved
Mhm.
because I love so hard, and I think that I want them to fill that void that my parents didn't give me. Because I mean, you most definitely want a person to tell you, they love you, let's do this, like, give you the love that you always want. And I think that's what I look for is just a person that loves me the way that I love my parents or my friends or anything. But that's most definitely a great, great question,
So do
Tony.
you feel that when you meet someone, you latch onto them or cling onto them because of what happened in the past, the love that you didn't feel or get as a child, or how is like your dating experiences through?
um, I mean, my dating experience of I've been in two relationships,
Okay.
honestly. Um, my first relationship, I wasn't really ready. I was young.
Hmm.
So that's why I kind of broke that off. And that was my first ever boyfriend that I had when I first moved down here. And my second relationship was my mentally abusive relationship. That was the longest relationship I've ever been in, a year and a half.
Hmm.
Um, and it's just like now, I'm not gonna say I'm dating somebody, but I'm talking to somebody, and it's like when you get that feel of somebody holding you, when somebody's like loving you the way that you want to be loved. I think that's like the greatest feeling ever because it's like I got you. It's like I got you, and I think that's what I've always been wanting to feel because that's how he makes me feel
Hmm.
when he hugs me and when he does, oh my gosh, when he does all the little, kisses and like cooking dinner, like that's what you always want. So
Is it like you feel complete?
I feel most definitely complete. Like especially when I'm in his arms. Like I think that's like the most definitely because I mean as you look at it, you sit there and look at you sit there and look at Sierra's story, and I can kind of relate because I've been in relationships like that. I've been through the whole you know past and just the relationships that didn't work out,
Mm-hmm.
and then you finally found your Russell Wilson and you prayed on it, and just like you kept praying on it. But most definitely, I feel like I found that person that completes me. Even though we're the same sign actually. Like our birthday is like literally like next to each other. His is the 15th, mine is the 16th of January. So it's like it's most definitely a challenge, but as long as you know how to work on communication and you know how to basically work towards loving each other and loving yourself first, and most definitely being there, I think that's honestly the best feeling.
And you said something. You just ended that with something. Loving yourself first. Um, and it's sad that in some instances you have kids or grown even to grown people now who haven't grew up with both parents in the house. You haven't grew up you have kids that haven't grew up with neither parent. You have single mothers, single fathers, and you don't, as a child, I feel like your parents is the ones who instead installing to you the love, the being secure with yourself, and then you have people who grow up without them, and it's just like they're looking for everybody who showed them a piece of attention.
Correct.
It's just like they're just jumping and falling into them, and I feel like those are the ones who get hurt more. Those are the ones who definitely be depressed. It messed up their mental state, even though not saying that even if you got that at home, when you was growing up, through your childhood years, your teenage years, et cetera, et cetera. Not saying that couldn't, that you can't be mentally abused or not feeling like you're worth something, but I feel like it starts when you're a child. I feel like that definitely helps, because you have, like you said, you have to love you first. And if I don't love nobody else, I love me.
Okay.
I definitely love me, and it takes time. I had my point in time where I went through depression. I went through a messed up mental state, just breaking down. I had that period some time in my life. It wasn't because I feel like it wasn't because of my childhood. I feel like it was more so of the battle that I was fighting with, of coming out, of being my actual self, and not being who I am. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, I feel like I got to a point in time where I was just dull. I was down. I was black. Like, I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to be around anybody. And it was just like, everybody is so used to me being the, jolly one, et cetera, et cetera. But it comes a point in time where you have to isolate yourself and move away from people and just be that, that by yourself. You have to learn yourself. You have to definitely build confidence and be secure within yourself. And it's just like, people don't have that, or they feel like you said, you met people, and they gave you a piece of love and you clinged on to them, and then what happens when they're gone? You jump back into the same state of mind, the same everything, and it's just like, okay, how do I start over? So that's why I say it's definitely, and even to now, like let me finish what I was saying though, but it's definitely important for you to build and love yourself. But even to now, you have people think, oh, just mental illness or your mental state is just from things that you've been through. But you gotta think about it. When you come home from work, when you're having a bad day, there, those are stuff that mess with you mentally. I come home and I debrief. Like, I have to come home and just make sure that I'm gone debrief from a long day, just process what happened today, process, my thoughts, and just, so I can be lovable and jolly and stuff. Like I was talking about this yesterday. When I come home, it's, hey, babe, how you doing? I see you, you see me. Let me calm down, let me debrief, because this is my time where I need to just relax, get to myself, be by myself, and just definitely just get into a better state of mind. It's your mental, you checking it, you calming down, you winding down, et cetera, et cetera. And people, and that's important. I definitely feel like that's important, especially when you have a stressful day. And if people think that it's fun, we all say, oh, bitch, we're gonna have a drink, I had a bad day.
Okay.
But how many drinks, that's how people become alcoholics. That's how people addicted to drugs. They find this comfort. It starts from home. They get it from their parents. They get it from their guardian. Because everybody who is not meant to have, or they don't have a parent, but they do have a guardian, a cousin, a grandmother, a aunt, a uncle, a sibling.
Brother, yeah.
It's different. So a guardian is a guardian, but I feel like it's still, you still have to learn something from them. Your mentor, you look up to your mentor. It's people 25, 26, 40, still look up to somebody, a mentor, somebody that guides them. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely uh T Foss said, I'm glad Keon got his own platform to shine in his own light. I didn't even know you can speak in such depth. He didn't speak in that much depth when he's on live with Craig. I mean, it's different. I feel like to your point, T Foss, it's definitely different. Um, you have different parts of you, different things. I'm the turn up one, I'm the ratchet one. I can get very ratchet, but then also I know how to calm down a little bit. I know how to put on my suit and tie. I know how to sit down and talk to somebody. I know how to sit down and just do these different things. But people are so quick to judge somebody on the
Right.
cover, so it's definitely.
I think that's what a lot of people. I think that's what a lot of people misconstrue with a lot of people. They tend to look at how you are just on camera, and then they basically plan to take this picture of, oh, that's that ratchet person, or
Hmm.
whatever, et cetera, et cetera. Like, my thing is, you can't sit here and judge a person. You have to really get to know them physically, emotionally, and in their face. So that's honestly how I honestly feel. So
Most definitely, I just feel like it's very important. Like it's very important to find yourself first. Because if you don't know who you are, how you gonna love? How you gonna give out this? You can say all day, I want this, or this is what I want to be, or this is what I want to get or receive. But how you gonna give it out? You're not taught that. It's just different things. And then especially you have people who fall into depression of just different things. I take social media people, for instance. These people who are socialites on social media, they're I feel like those are people who have more depressions days and more in a messed up mental state because of the simple fact is they put themselves higher to be with these people that celebrities, they put their stuff on a pedestal, I
right.
would say, and it messed up their depressed their mental state
Yeah.
because you got to live up to a certain standard. But if I want to come to your house and I'm this big top person, I want to come to your house. Okay, what do you have? Majority of these people sleeping on their couch. They're addicted to drugs. A lot of them have been molested, raped, and they feel like they have to go online to show their body and do these certain things. And it's 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 crazy. Like I know a couple of people personally who just go through things, and you're one of just you're not my only friend that have a parent that's on drugs. You're not my only friend that have just been through these certain things, and you go through these things, but now you have someone to talk to, or now you have a group to talk to, and these people, they don't have people to talk to, so.
Yeah, I think it took me a minute to really find myself, and as I started loving myself, I started to build my relationship with God.
Hmm.
And every morning at 10:30, I do my Bible scriptures on my story, like every morning.
I've been noticing that.
And
We want to talk, and so bitch, I couldn't talk to you and say, well, girl, I see you or whatever.
No, but that's what makes me build my relationship with God better, because I think with me loving myself, I have to build my relationship with God, and I think that's also the best thing is having a God fearing man, like a guy that wants to go to church with you, that wants to pray with you. Like, I think that's like the most dopest relationship ever. Um, that's what I want. I think that's what a lot of people want.
Hmm.
Just a person that just goes to
And
church, all that.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but for those who are watching, if you guys have any questions, I see your comments. If you have any questions, definitely drop your comments, and we are definitely answering them. I know it's people out there going through stuff. Definitely, be a voice. This can help someone. And like I said earlier in the live, you have the. This is a topic that people don't want to talk about. This is a topic that is thrown under the rug. I text my friends daily and I say, hey, how you doing? Or I'm the mushy one. No, I got to check on you. And I go through my days too. I have my days where I don't want to talk to nobody. I have my days. And one thing that I'm glad, I haven't fully, I would say, I didn't jump into this depression after my mom passed. I want, I have that. It's good to have a support system because I think without my support system or my close friends, other people, my other friends and stuff, I don't think that my family, I don't think that I would be so jolly today or so accepting of it, or I'm coping with it better. So I'm glad that this wasn't a point in time in my life where I just jumped into depression, you know what I'm saying, and just lost myself. So I still feel that I can push forward. I still feel that I'm okay in a sense, even though I have my bad days, where I just break
I mean,
down or
everybody has their bad days. I mean, everybody's gonna tend to have bad days, but it's always it's gonna be those people that support you the most that's gonna always be there for you. And I think that's what the best feeling is: always having a support system that's always there. So
this. Muhammad said, I feel occasionally extremely suicidal. I overdose on drugs every time I feel suicidal and I survive. I want to handle what I feel. What My question to you, Muhammad, is what got you to that point? I feel like it's a root cause. It's something that it started from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Where you feel that you have to take drugs, or get into this different state. And suicide is not the way. I
it's most
will say
definitely
it's
not.
not the way.
It's not.
I have went into a dark place in my time where I wanted to kill myself. I wanted to commit suicide, or I would contemplate on how I'm gonna do this,
Yeah,
like what I'm going to do. How am I going to do this? I just need to get over. I need to
exactly.
just end it right now.
That's how exactly I was. Like after my sister and them broke down the door, like I literally had a knife in my hand. Like I was literally like on that verge when I was younger. So he's 20 years old.
Muhammad said,
Wow.
I'm 20 years old and I'm schizophrenic and bipolar.
Well,
Go ahead.
I've never met a person that's schizophrenic,
Schizophrenic. Hmm.
bipolar. Most definitely, my mom was diagnosed with that.
Hmm.
I feel like all of her kids is honestly dying. I feel like we're all diagnosed with that.
Hmm.
Well, my mom's parents, well, my mom's kids actually.
Hmm.
Um, I think it's just something that it just I don't really know how to say it. Like I just yeah, it's something that just it's hard to really figure out how and why we're like this. Like, cause I'm bipolar. I know most definitely I'm bipolar, and I just cause you
Um,
see us like
Muhammad, are you taking any medication? How do you cope with it now? That you have been diagnosed with this, that you're bipolar and schizophrenic. Like, how do you cope with it? What's your day-to-day routine on how you're coping with it, dealing with it? Um, once,
and you're so young. You're
yeah.
so young.
So, but okay, by you being bipolar, what do you feel would help him to not try to commit suicide, to not take drugs, or what do you feel that would help him? What advice that you would give to him?
Honestly, the advice that I would get you, honestly, I would love to have a conversation with you. You can add me on social media. I think it's just you having that feel and having somebody to talk to and actually being in the same predicament as you. Especially, I'm 24, so I mean, I've been bipolar since I was like younger.
Mhm.
So, I mean, most definitely, I do want to have a conversation with you. So, if you're willing and open to have a conversation with me and to let me know what you're going through, I will most definitely be willing to listen and to honestly give you some really really major advice that I've stuff that helped me out with the stuff that I've been going through. So, I don't know my well,
He said he's been prescribed. So you've been dealing with this for
are you
5 years.
serious?
5 years. I feel definitely find someone or a comfort zone. I feel like that's important for anybody, to find a comfort zone to just lash, not I won't say lash out, but to get everything out,
Adjust.
to adjust, to just feel that this is what I need. This is what I medicine. I feel like in some cases medicine do he said he will follow for sure. Pleasure is all mine. I feel definitely medicine sometimes help and it don't help. I feel like it have a different effect on everyone.
Hmm.
Um, I think what helps me and my advice to you would be definitely finding someone to that you can pour out to. That definitely helps. I don't feel that when I'm going through stuff, y'all have a drink here and there. But I don't feel that I need to go see someone. I need someone who knows me and is going to give me the real. You know what I'm saying? So I just like I said, I'm blessed to have close friends and some of my family members to just really just give me that. And I haven't went to seek a counselor or a doctor or anything when I have went through my dark stages. You get what I'm saying? Tony Ross said his advice would say be go see a doctor.
I mean, that's most definitely a good option, but then
Mm,
again, it's like, some people aren't, like certain stuff you have to see a doctor, you have to pay.
right.
Like, you have to pay like lots of money to see a counselor or do anything
And
like
some
that.
people
And some
don't
people
have
don't have
right,
that income because this whole COVID stuff didn't really took over.
right,
So the doctor may not be in his qualifications right now,
right. And
and
he
he just
said
needs a person.
medicine doesn't work anymore. Where I tried after then weed, alcohol, overdose, K2, but I quit drugs a month ago. That's good. I'm glad that you did get off of drugs. Because it you're already dealing with one thing, then now you're taking another thing, then you're taking another thing. It's constantly bringing your body down, down, down. So kudos to you definitely from being a month free. That's good. Like I said, if you want to reach out to Ty, you can reach out to me as well. You're following me on social platforms, so reach out to me. If I can be a help, I definitely
Yeah,
would help you.
he can send you my information.
Just to be a ear or listening in. I feel like that's definitely important in today's society. I was just talking to one of my friends today. I was like, I feel like this year is the most stressful year that I've been through in my whole entire life.
Yeah,
Personal, work wise, just
the worldwide.
yeah, world. I feel like I have been more mentally drained this year than anything. Dealing with COVID, I have a whole staff in my hands. I have whole guests in my hand. My mom's death, family changes. Both of my brothers have went to the military. Grandmother again. Oh, my trying to take care of my dad now. Well, not take care of him in monetary way or anything with
And then
money, but
balance your
yeah,
relationship.
balance my relationship. So it's like some days I come home and I just go straight to sleep. Like I'm drained. So it's definitely different. It's definitely different. Speaking of Tika, I was changing. Speaking of Tika, I was waiting for you to get on here. I knew you was gonna come on here. Y'all, Tika
Hey,
have definitely sent me some beard oil. I'm growing my beard back out. So Tika sent me some beard oil. She sent me some black soap. Definitely, this is gonna last a long time, a long time. And she sent me some beard balm. So Tika, I received it in my PO box. I got it. I haven't had a chance to use it yet,
well, I don't got no beard, but
but I will be using it starting Friday. I'm gonna start using. Let me wash my
okay.
face, get my beard back trimmed up, and this is what I will be using. And I look forward to my new product that you have coming in the mail as well. So for y'all who follow Tika, she's on YouTube at Tika Liquid Burns. Tika, post your Instagram, your Facebook, and your YouTube in the comment box so people can follow you. Those people out there who have beards. She's not only have beards, she have hair products.
Okay,
She
because
have face products. Anything you need, go to Tika. And I told her I would definitely support her, so I'll definitely receive this in my PO box. So y'all support her. Also, black soap. When
I
I
never used black soap before.
when I tell you, I understand everything don't work for everybody. But this soap here, I haven't used the one Tika sent me, but I use this.
You got a chance?
No, but I use
I'm
this.
taking this.
You ain't used it, but I have this black soap. It's the African black soap. It comes in like a green. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it comes in a green box. And when I tell you, it helps me. I used to have bumps here, like dark spots here, and just from picking in my face and bumping and just cleaning, start using that. And the black soap, it dries it out. It helps clean your skin. Also, what helps that was cleaning. When I use my black soap, I use witch hazel. Witch hazel help clean your face as well. Because when I cut my facial hair grow back so quick. So when I have like a goatee, I switch it up seasonally.
And it's so crazy that you speak on that because I'm so big on my face.
Hmm.
Like I'm big on just my face period. Like my face is everything to me. And that's why I want to go to school for esthetician.
Hmm.
That's my main goal this year is to be an esthetician because I'm so big on my face.
Hey,
I do some of
Lorianne.
my friends facials. Um, but yeah, like I think just taking care of your skin is like the most important thing, honestly. Every time I get a haircut, my skin is like always smooth, and then once I touch on the facial, it's done.
Thank you, Tyler. That's the name of the. I don't think it's that particular brand. It's another brand that I use. I don't think it's that brand that you're saying. I'm not sure, but it works. When I tell you it works, I wish I could go get it, but it definitely works. I feel like your face. At first I wasn't big on my face. I was not big on my face. Until I started seeing these different bumps, like from my ingrown
Oh my
hairs
god.
and stuff, and it started darkening and everything. I was like, oh my God, I need to find something that's going to help me because I need it. I need it.
Yeah,
Hey, Glenda.
I do not play about my face. I do not play about my face. Like I have to do my facials like every single day, literally. Like every time I get a haircut, every time.
Hey, Nelsa. For y'all who just joining in, tonight it was been about mental illness, depression, and surviving it, overcoming it. This is a topic that gets swept under the rug. People, because it's a touchy subject, people don't like to talk about it. People go into their fighting this daily. Depression, mental illness. Like we had somebody join on and said, they bipolar, schizophrenic, and people go through these things but don't have nobody to talk to, and it's a subject, like I said, just gets swept under the rug. They don't want to talk about it, and I feel you use and particularly me, by me being young, I want to use my platform to definitely help someone, definitely talk to people. All my friends come vent to me, everybody call me to vent to me, my friends, my family, and I appreciate that, I accept that, but sometimes it's like, who you gonna vent to, But I have those few that I definitely talk to and vent to, but I feel like you definitely have to have that mental checkup. You definitely have to have that. You have to have that debrief time. You have to have that time where you get by yourself. You have to have that time where you just get to you. Glenda said, I have mental illness, and that's my problem. No one wants to talk about it. Most people wants to hide it. Correct. Correct. They want to hide it. And like you said, people are scared to talk about it. It's people are scared to talk about it, and I feel like this is why we have so many people committing suicide. This is some why we have people afraid to talk about they were being raped, molested. This is why people are jumping on drugs. This is why people are doing all these different things, and they don't have nobody to talk to, no outlet. Counseling is not going to always help someone. I was the type of person, I'm not going to talk to somebody I don't know.
Exactly.
All you're gonna do is just listen to me, even though I may be wrong. But in my mind, it's just like, I'm not gonna pay my money to go talk to somebody. I need somebody that knows me best, that's gonna say, "Hey, bitch, you wrong. Hey, this is what's going on. Hey, I feel you should go this way. I feel a good feedback to myself, or someone that's gonna give me good advice." Um, George is home. He's working. George couldn't make it tonight. I'm pretty sure he's watching, but George couldn't make it tonight. So he's here in spirit, and he's definitely watching, I'm pretty sure. But yes, any advice that you want to give the people that just tuning in, on how you overcame what you're going through, still dealing with, etc., etc.
Um, honestly, I mean, like I said before, just really build your relationship with God, love yourself. Um, just know who you are as a person. Don't ever change it for anybody. Just be you, honestly. Like I said, every morning I post my Bible scriptures on social media. I think that's what uplifts me. And basically, I read the Bible structure probably like every day after I post the script. Every time I post the script, because I think that's more important. Is to really build your relationship with God. I think that's the main key. Because once you build your relationship with God, it's like you're unstoppable.
Mhm.
Um, but just honestly, just keep fighting. Honestly, there's a lot of people that have been in the same situation as me. I recommend just you can talk to me. You can talk to you don't have to see a counselor because counselors are going to charge you. You don't need people that's going to charge you to have the same conversation. But if you ever need somebody to talk to, you can most definitely, like I said, he's using his platforms to do that. Um, I most definitely my inbox is always open. Um, he'll post my name.
Your Facebook is Ty Harris, correct?
Yeah, my Facebook his name is Ty Harris, and then my Instagram is Ty Taught You underscore. Yeah, that's my Facebook name.
And your Instagram.
And my Instagram is Ty TyTaughGhtou
TYTAU.
GHT. Together.
I am. Ty taught you, while you, or just you?
YOU.
And I seen someone come in and say something about their divorce. Lorianne said, "Yes, Keon, I suffered with depression after my divorce, but I met the love of my life. I'm so happy now. But if you don't talk about it, you will never get through it.
Exactly.
It's therapy is the key." Definitely. To piggyback off what you said, I have went through a definitely I have went through a really heartbreak. I wasn't married, but I was engaged. Definitely, there was a point in time in my life. I mean, moving so fast and jumping and doing things such as a young age. I definitely learned things from him, but it was more so of he was an older guy. And it's not that I wanted to be free, but it was like I said to you earlier. You have to find someone to not going to be your dad, and what you mentioned earlier, so it's a life lesson. I definitely went through a time where I was depressed. I was like, oh my God, this is happening to me, why, et cetera, et cetera. Especially when you found the love that you think you found the love of your life, you know what I'm saying? And then it's just a different thing. So definitely speak out. Nessa said being able to speak to a therapist regularly helps too. I'm not knocking that. I have personally never been to a counselor or therapist, but so I'm not knocking it. But what may work for you may not work for me, and I'll tell that to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not knocking it necessarily. So those who feel like they don't want to talk to their close friends or their family because of something that they are wanting to not hide, but they're ashamed of. Saying, and sometimes you don't want people in your business. You rather speak to a stranger than to speak to somebody that's close to you, because you will have those people that are very judgmental as well. So I definitely agree with that. Um, I personally never just went to a therapist or to a psychiatrist, counselor, or whatever. But like I say, what may work for you may not work for me. Any last questions that you guys have, or anybody that are watching want to share their story real quick? Glenda Anderson said people automatically think you're crazy, and the problem in your mind is overloaded. Yes, sometimes people don't understand that. Like I said, you have to debrief. People don't understand. We go through things daily. You may be struggling financially. You may be struggling in a relationship. You may not have an outlet, like I said. So that's why I feel like even if you're not talking to someone, find somewhere where you can go and debrief. Some people go walking, some people go exercising, some people go just driving, listening to music. One thing that I go ahead.
I think that most definitely helps me out. I think driving, I think going different places.
The best thing you have is I'm a new follower, Ty.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I think most definitely driving kind of gets me into a great state because like by me exploring different cities, I think that's what kind of like holds me back from being depressed or just thinking about the negative. I think this past weekend, just taking that drive all the way down there, I think that was like most definitely like an eye opener because I never been there before. And I mean, I'm not a driver, but I would drive when necessary. But I think most definitely when you're driving, that gives you the time to be alone. That gives you the time to just like just listen to music, meditate, and just be yourself. And then you don't have to worry about nobody screaming or just negative stuff because you got your phone on vibrate. And
right. And I definitely agree with you and Tika. That's one of my ways of debriefing and getting my mental together, I would definitely, I was, even though I can't sing, but I would just sing my life away. I would listen to different
Okay.
music to just help me. That's one of my ways of getting over something or getting myself together. Listening to music, I laugh, cry, all by myself. Go for a ride, those things. And I actually took George here probably about 2 months ago. I had this place where I would go to, and I would I'm not gonna share it with y'all because if I ever go to a depression state, I don't want y'all to find me. But those close people that are close to me know about this, and I have took them to there.
Well, you never
It's
took me there, so
You know what? I think that'll be a good friend date for us, and a brother date where we can definitely go there. We can do something. Probably get together. It's far, but
well, nothing far from me because
y-
if I drove 7 hours or 8 hours,
child, look. But
child,
I used to go to this particular lake around sunset time, or sometimes I just go.
in Conyers.
No, it's not in Conyers.
Okay.
But I would go to this place, and that would be my let out. Like I go there, just look because you're surrounded around water. You have a beautiful view, and I would go out there, scream, laugh, cry, and just. Sometimes I'll take somebody with me. Sometimes I'll go out there by myself. If I'm really going through something like just I want to get over it by myself, I'll go out there and just sit and look at the view and just get myself together,
Right.
be by myself, get my mental together. I feel like I told you, a mental checkup or just somewhere where you
Hey,
can
how you doing?
hey,
Yeah.
or where you can just go let out to someone or a place or a walk or a exercise. It helps. It definitely helps. It helps from just different things. That's why I feel like we have so many people committing suicide for no, well, I ain't gonna say for no reason, but it's just because they're overwhelmed. They don't have nobody to go to and things like that. So those who are listening, watching, if you need an ear, if you're going through something, if you need to write me, definitely reach out to me. I may not respond right then, but I see it, I would definitely come back to it and just
Or here, refer you to
yeah.
me.
You listen, you listen,
Listen.
you listen.
I'm most definitely a good listener.
Jim Rucker said writing is great therapy and it's good to keep a journal.
Correct. That's what most definitely kept me into my not going into depression stage because
Mhm.
it's like you're writing down your thoughts, you're writing down stuff that motivates you. That's what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what makes you mad. And it's like once you do that, it's like basically you're looking at all of these notes on paper, and it's like you're weighing out all the bad from the good. So it's
Mhm.
like all the good stuff has to come up, and all the bad stuff has to go down because like you don't want to go down that route. So most definitely the journal most definitely is the nail pointer.
Lorianne said Jim Rucker is good to keep a journal.
Yes.
And I may need to start writing things back down because but I just feel like right now what works for me is like I said, music therapy. And a lot of things, I'm gonna tell you one thing else that used to help me. Going to get tattoos. I don't know if y'all heard people say ink therapy. That helped me. Like, I don't know, was something about going. I think that's probably why I got so many right now.
Yeah, I
I
got
think it's
zero.
some I think it's something about, and it's crazy that, but it's a lot of people say ink therapy helps them. Like it helped them a lot, and I think that's one of the things I used to do to go. That was my outlet to.
I think food is like another outlet as well. Like going to try different places. Food is like most definitely the key. Food is most definitely the key to my heart. I love food. I just don't eat seafood. So,
That's probably why the reason some people blowing the hell up. They
child,
depressed. They don't have no outlet. They eating. And what she going to depressed, I think eating is one of the things that people go into, and sleeping. They eat and
yeah,
sleep and they
sleep.
blow up, and that's not good for you because then you have high blood pressure, your heart, etc. etc. So even though it's a risk to everything, and everything have a an effect to you or on you, I just choose to talk to friends or listen to music and things.
Yoga, most
Muhammad said
definitely.
try yoga. Thank
No,
you,
yoga is.
Tony.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, but for those who are watching, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all. I
Yes.
hope this helped someone. If you have any questions or want to reach out even after the live, or you want to go back and comment or say anything, definitely reach out to me. I will see it. I'm pretty sure Ty see it as well. His social media was posted not too long ago. But I hope this video and I hope this live can help you or help someone close to you. You can refer someone to me. Like, share, comment. Like, share, comment. I'm on social media as the real KeonStafford. My cash app is KeonStafford. Um, my Instagram is the real KeonStafford. Anything you need to search me on KeonStafford. All social platforms. So I go ahead and tell the people yours.
My Facebook is Ty Harris, Ty space Harris. And then my Instagram is Ty Taught You, TyTaughtyou_. It's most definitely in the comments. And then whenever I get the chance to, I'll post it again. I do appreciate you for having me because we're supposed to record before, and there's been some difficulties, beefing and all that other stuff.
I don't
But
beef with nobody, sweetie.
but we,
I
we
may say what I want to say, what I need to say, and a lot of people can't take that. But
well, I can take it. It's just, like I said before, we had a discussion at the dinner table. We're gonna leave it there.
we're gonna leave it there. We're gonna leave it
became
there.
close.
I still love you, child.
Most
Even though
definitely.
I can say some shit, and next 10 minutes I'll be okay. But I
Girl,
still
you was
love
not you was not okay that
well,
day.
bitch, I had to stop talking to you, bitch, because girl, you had me all
Girl.
types of fucked up.
I'm
I
gonna
was
just drink
fucked
the
up
rest
on
of this
the
crown
right.
and this juice. He's a bartender now because this is really good.
Yes.
I never had this.
For before I end this, I definitely want to say this. I am going to start back up my nonprofit organization. It was called Share to Change, where I would definitely go out and give clothes, give food to the
That's
homeless,
amazing.
non-fortunate
I
families,
think we
etc.
should do that. I think we
So I'm definitely going to start that back up. It's in the works right now. I have a couple of things that are in the works. Also I've been had my bartender license everywhere I go. My friends, family, I'm always mixing drinks. So I'm gonna dive into that a little bit. And just venture out. I have everything. I'm talented in different things, so I feel like everything that I have a talent in, I have reached out and did it into certain many things, DJing, hosting, piercings, etc., etc. I went and got my license in bartending. I did it for probably about a few weeks, few months, and that was it. Yeah, it don't take that long to get it. I make drinks all the time, anyways. So y'all be on the lookout for that. And I will keep y'all updated on the nonprofit. And for those who want to either donate, whether it's clothes, food, monetary donations, anything, it will go straight to what I'm doing, my cause, etc., etc. So thank y'all. Share this video. Tell people to follow me. Like I said, like, share, comment. And I hope this video can help somebody. Bye.